Christmas.
Is that it?
And our aunt came from St. Louis to join us. And we were very happy all together. And Johnny, of course, was happy with all his toys, especially his little railroad that went around the tree. Great.
If that was the best one, what's the worst one, Francis?
What else do you
Don't
want to
ask about one.
Tell us about one. Just to pretend you're talking to Kate and telling her about what? A Christmas you remember.
I don't know.
Something about making the cookies with,
He hasn't had
tell
it
about the
until mine
cookies
was
you
the
made
worst.
for your
He
mother
hasn't
and then
had it.
passed on to me,
Ed.
or something, one of those kind of things.
Right. We always made a lot of cookies, and that was our main present with neighbors and friends. And so we just I looked forward as a youngster to making those cookies, because the older I get, the more I could do, the less do to help. And so, and I did make cookies until I moved to the very trade. And now I don't even have a stove.
Well, you
Oh,
made good cookies.
I don't.
You made good cookies. I can tell you that. And pie.
Yeah, I
Good
know.
cookies and pie.
Pie, I know that's what everybody used to think about. And really, I must admit that I seldom liked the pie that I had at the house.
Which one do you remember?
Oh, I can't think of anything in particular. I'm afraid I've lost them.
I think of one. One Christmas. Surely you remember one.
Oh, I remember too many.
Well, they sang a carol in church this morning or last night, and Carolyn said, "Well, that's Booma's Carol." What song is that?
Well, it could be most anyone, and the one I really wanted to hear was Rob sing "Oh Holy Night."
Yeah, he did that.
Yeah, and that's what I love.
Talk about your most memorable Christmas.
Well, Dickie, it was exactly 40 years ago.
I was born around 2 years.
And I was at the University of Delaware in the Army. Christmas came along, and it was
Well, I don't know. They were there.
hard to tell whether they would even let us go away. But finally, we managed to finagle a little pass from the captain. And I was going to go see Eleanor for Christmas. She said, and I called to say that I could come. She said, okay, meet me at the church. So I got on the train and went to Newark and got off and walked to the church. Got there about 6:30 and there wasn't a soul around. And I waited a half an hour, 45 minutes, and then finally some people began to come. And sure enough, right at 7:30, the big pageant started. And there was Eleanor playing the Virgin Mary in the pageant. And a beautiful story, a marvelous choir.
Was that the same story?
Same story.
Oh, okay.
Had hardly abridged at all. Then we went back to her house, and we had New Christmas Eve and then Christmas. That was the first time I'd ever been away from home on Christmas, and it was, I guess, the one I would remember the most.
Hi, Judy. Judy, you're next. I'm giving you plenty of warning.
Well, I think this is the most memorable Christmas.
Really,
Other than this one.
he said Newark.
Other than this
That was where the university was, Newark.
I remember very well that wonderful Christmas with Shirley and Rob and Ray in London a few years ago.
You enjoyed not having all of us with you, huh?
No, we missed you. But if you remember, we had Christmas before we left over to your house,
That's right.
and that was great.
You're next.
Mine was when Susan was 9 months old. She was in the hospital. We brought her home the day before Christmas.
And that was
So
it.
that
What?
made a good Christmas.
That was the best one. How about you,
She was
Susan?
9 months old.
All right, John, you're on.
Okay, my most memorable Christmas was about 40 years ago when I was about 8 years old. No, it was in 1926, after the hurricanes in Pensacola. Everything was torn up, so we had to go out and find our own Christmas tree. And we only had to go 2 blocks away from our home, and there was a pine tree that had been blown down by the hurricane. So we cut the top of it out, drug it home, my brother and I, and set it in the corner of the house. And we decorated it with live candles and so forth. And under the Christmas tree was a toolbox from Susan Roebuck.
All right, go ahead, you're on.
Details of it. Right now, I don't remember how old I was.
You want me to come back?
No, I'll never remember. I've been thinking about it all day. In fact, I had to tell Susan the story this morning. It was, I remember it was before this room was built, and we used to have Christmas in the living room, or whatever that was, family room in there. And we had to go and sit at the bottom of the steps, and Dad would close the doors. And I don't know how we were, but the thing I remember about it was waiting to hear Dad turn that train on, and finally we did hear the train go on. We got to finally see the train. I think it was the most memorable, I think. But except for next year, it's going to be the most memorable.
That's right. Now, wait till next year. There's a Cub fan for you, or a Gator. All right, Mom, go ahead. What's your most memorable?
Okay, I was going to take the same one Dad did. Then I was remembering the next, I don't know if it's the next Christmas, the first Christmas we were married. And we lived in a little apartment near Mother and Daddy. And they came over for Christmases. But then we were going to join all the relatives. And John and I said, no, we wanted to be by ourselves and have a romantic little Christmas. And I thought so many times, if my kids did that to me and didn't want to join in with the Christmas festivities,
Yeah, we know.
stayed by ourselves that Christmas Day. That's one memorable one.
That was a positive one?
Moose and Edith Harley just called from Lincoln, Illinois, and they were due to go to Davenport, Iowa, but they never got out of Lincoln. I put them on the plane Wednesday morning for them to go see her brother and hopefully his brother. Her brother's in Lincoln where they are. And they ran right into the ice snowstorm and were lucky to get to Lincoln. It's been 19 below there. They're due to come home Thursday. They never got to Davenport. And they said there's more snowstorm due Tuesday and Wednesday, so they probably aren't even going to get home. But they missed being here, asked to be remembered to everybody. And wasn't that sweet of them to call? Other than this one, how about last year?
Well, you've got plenty of years to choose from.
I don't think
60
you've got.
different years.
I don't think you've got enough.
No,
tape
we'd like
for
to
me
hear
talk about all
one
my
specific
memorable
one.
Christmases.
One specifically.
The first time we were able to have all the clan here, and I can't call the year, but it's great having everybody here this time.
All right, now we got the crap out of the way. Let's talk about one Christmas when you were a boy.
When I was a little boy, I had an aunt and an uncle who never had any children, and I don't think ever were children. Because they would make us wait as they slept late because they were on vacation. And Emma Glass and I would be fidgeting and waiting what seemed to us like an eternity for them to wake up and leisurely dress and come out, because there would be no Christmas till everybody had gathered. And then we would have breakfast, and you can imagine the patience of a little boy and a little girl trying to get things going to see what Santa Claus might have brought us.
Oh.
That's my memory as a little boy.
That's terrible. That's so sad.
Go ahead.
My most memorable Christmas was 1980 when I spent Christmas morning on the Ganges River in India, seeing the morning ablutions and religious ceremonies of assorted other religions and Christianity as dawn broke over the Ganges.
1980.
1980.
Great. Well, we miss you too, Diane. Okay.
Darn, I didn't hear what you said.
Something about the fan cheese. No problem.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Patricia, how about you?
I knew I wasn't going to be able to do this.
I only gave you 48 hours to think about it. One of our most memorable was a series of Christmases to see what you'd come home carrying your clothing in from school.
It was consistently my green
A grocery.
backpack.
Yeah.
Back when I was in 5th grade, in bed with a flu, and sitting in bed, and I got my dog that year, and little puppy slept with me all day in bed.
That's the one you remember. That's a
And we
good
still
one.
have him.
That's the same.
Still have the
Same
dog?
dog, man. 13 years old now.
Is that right? He didn't get to go to boot camp or anything?
No, I left him home there. He wouldn't let me keep him in bed there.
Well, go ahead and give us one in particular. I know you thought of one since I did it last.
Please.
Listen, we got next
I can remember you
can always
teaching
do
me
it next
Sunday
year.
school at Christmas time.
Yes, I know you from
Well, certainly you should remember something about those days.
I remember a Sunday of a Christmas that Boomer was heavily involved with, because our little girls had matching red dresses that Boomer had made for them. And I think it was the same Christmas, because we went across the street. I was staying at Shirley's house. We went across the street, and Randall and Carolyn came with their clan. And between Harry and Bub, you talking about house records. I have never seen such house records in my life. They were running through that living room.
Dickie, when you finish, ask somebody to get y'all in here and ask her most memorable Christmas.
Sure, I'll take anybody.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
One specific year.
Yeah.
Remember waking up early in the morning and going in and looking at the tree and seeing anything under it. But every year, you know, it's the same and it's always good. I remember the most surprising was one time when I had got a bicycle. Wanted that bicycle.
To tell you the best, one of the best, when we went to London, Shirley and Judy and Ray and I went to London in 1979.
Judy already mentioned it, but go ahead.
And on Christmas Day, we had Christmas dinner in the hotel, which was elegant. But Ray had made a friend with a hotel porter and had received an invitation to go home with his friend. And we sort of felt sorry for Ray because we thought Ray was going to miss out on the elegant dinner. But when he came back to report his Christmas dinner, he had done all the things we had done, plus then some, including the party favors.
How about it, Della? Tell me about your most memorable Christmas.
Most memorable Christmas when I found out it really wasn't a Santa Claus. Real happy.
We may have to rewind over that one. Go ahead. You're on. Don't embarrass Rob.
One of the earliest Christmases that I remember was one when I must have been quite small, because I told my parents that next morning I knew Santa had come because I had heard the bells on the reindeer as they clomp, clomp, clomp over the roof. And then one of the most memorable Christmases when I was married, we had all the children. When we lived in Oklahoma, Ren wanted a kitten for Christmas. And she said, I know there'll be a kitten if I get a kitten in the morning. Well, John, Santa, and Mr. and Mrs. Santa had a very difficult time getting the kitten down through the fireplace. But on Christmas morning, as Ren came in to see her stocking, there was the little baby kitten in her stocking.
I think I was probably 6 or 7, and I had the chicken pox one Christmas. And all the kids were outside riding their bikes on their skates and everything else, and I couldn't go out. That was the most horrible thing in the world.
We're gonna go through this and find out how many people remember Happy.
Exactly. When I was a little girl growing up, and the children all told me that there wasn't a Santa Claus.
No, but they were wrong.
They were wrong. They told me there wasn't a Santa Claus. I went in the house crying to my mother there wasn't a Santa Claus. And she said, now you just wait and see.
And there was one.
I think that's memorable.
Let's ask me next.
No, ask now. You've had more time than most of these people to think about this question.
Okay.
Yeah.
As far as long-lasting impressions, will probably be the year Mom and Dad gave us a ski trip, because we got to go skiing, and it lasted a long time because we felt like skiers even though we haven't been back in 3 years.
Anything else? You can stand or sit, whichever. We're asking the most memorable Christmas. Which one do you remember the most?
Well, the one I really remember the most was decided our 3rd Christmas away from Pensacola. And Patria got a buggy, and Kate got Carolyn got a stroller. And we were sitting out in the front watching the girls, the Charles were there, and Becky Ann reached over and bit Patria on the name, and we got it on film.
And I've seen it.
Would you like to sit again? Would you like to sit again?
No, not tonight.
We demand equal time.
Vicki, I'll give you another one. You
Okay.
haven't heard
What
before.
city were you in?
Now, this was in 1945, and the war had just ended, and our hospital was about to break up. We were over in Germany. We had just a few patients around on the halls.
All right, now, we're going to get you on there doing that, huh? We're going to get you on there complaining. You keep it up, I'm going to leave it on there till I hear something good. Say something good.
I'm not complaining.
Okay, back to talk.
We had just a few patients on the hall, and I was one of them. I had been lucky and picked up the all-time greatest case of athlete's foot and was a patient. And here along comes Christmas. Just that.
Athlete's foot.
And it didn't look like it was going to be much of a Christmas, and people were pretty blue. And at the last minute, one of our chaplains decided that what we had to do was form a chorus to cheer everybody up. And about 10 of us, none of whom could sing very well, got together with one day's practice to develop the chorus. And we went all over the hospital on Christmas Eve singing carols to the patients. And the patients got in the mood, and you know, that turned out to be one of the nicest Christmas Eves I ever spent.
Oh, that's nice.
How about that? You know, Rob's getting ready.
Oh, I got a couple of them.
Well, I'm gonna be on a romantic story.
Tell me when you're on the
I
air.
love that one.
Okay, I remember 3 Christmases. One was when I was at the University of Alabama, and they gave me one day off in between playing a game against Southern Cal and going back up there to practice. And that was memorable because I was here one day and gone and spent the whole holiday practicing basketball. And one, which we have pictures of, when I was a little boy, and I got a pair of cowboy boots, a cowboy shirt, and a basketball and basket for Christmas. And I sat out there in my cowboy boots, cowboy shirt, and basketball for the whole week and shot basketball. And the other was when I was about 12, and my parents brought home this huge present and covered it with a sheet. And all I could envision was this was either a motorcycle, a super deluxe bicycle, or something fantastic underneath this sheet. And I envisioned everything fantastic. You know, I just knew it was going to be great. And I woke up Christmas morning and went in there and rushed to see what it was, and it was a desk. And I'll never forget that, boy, I'll tell you. Until this year when I got a desk. But I was really excited about the desk this year, but that year it wasn't on the top of my list.
Remember when you got your desk, John? Remember when you got your desk? You know, had all kinds of...
Same way, Francis, when I thought more of mine.
Was that DC or?
I also remember the time that Diane told me.
That's a good one.